Victor started off as a client. I would do random modifications on his cars, and he's become my biggest patron. The dude, I don't know how many cars I've built for him, but if you look at the examples of where this man goes, his cars are top-notch.
And throughout our relationship, has been able to achieve anything I ever wanted to do. The guy's got an imagination that I've never met anybody that has like his way of thinking. Everything we do is art. These are not cars, these are works of art, they're sculptures.
Victor's cars are full custom stuff, really artsy, and he trusts me to just go off with my own designs, and if they work, he follows through with it. Otherwise, we just collaborate on a lot of stuff. Victor and I are up at this car show up north, and this dude's got the king bubble top of all bubble tops. Apparently, it's the biggest one in the world. This car is out of control. Victor says he wants one, and I gotta pull it off. He got this old T-Bird, never got finished. I think it'll be a perfect candidate. This T-Bird project, in my idea, was like a speedboat with wheels. It was this crazy motorized transformer-type Thunderbird. And Victor just wasn't happy with it. He wanted to take it further, and it just stalled out.
The reason why I picked the Thunderbird, looking at the car, I knew I wanted to do something crazy with it.
The cool factor about this car is it's radically customized. The whole rear has been cut off and remade. It's got a wild lift-up cockpit. The hood is reversed. It's on air suspension. To take this car further is really like out of control. I got a couple ideas using some sheet metal, some plywood, and angle iron with a masonry board as insulation. I need to build an oven big enough to heat this thing. So what I ordered was 2 different thicknesses of plywood. The heavier stuff will be the form for the Lexan when we inflate it. The thinner stuff is for the walls. And the masonry board is insulation, and the galvanized steel is just something hopefully to reflect the heat and protect all of it. The loose factor about this oven is there's no way to test it except to do it. So I'm gonna build it, fire it up, see what happens. We're gonna build a frame to hold these masonry sheets and then cut the plywood and sheet metal to match. The cool factor of this whole bubble top thing is like, I've seen this since I was like 8, 10 years old. You know, these cartoons of cars with crazy plastic roofs. How the heck do they do that? I've always wanted to find out. Every project I do, I'm really just trying to push my skills. This plastic experiment is really next level. I've never tried anything like it, and it's a huge challenge. Next step is to take the rest of the angle iron and create a perimeter frame that'll be for the lid. The lid's gonna be a few different sandwiched pieces. It all kind of has to fit together, so I'm just gonna finish up the heavy welding here and bring it to the location. The rest is all screws and wood. I used to work in a foundry, and they had this huge kiln, and it had this perfect porthole that you could look into it. So I'm just gonna cut a hole in the box and make the same little door that I saw on this kiln. Got a couple portholes cut in the thing, got a couple barbecue grills. We're just going for it. It makes some heat. Let's put the lid on. In keeping with the low-tech approach, I've got some plumbing pipe, a simple gauge, and some air fittings. The idea is to just create a controlled air source to inflate this thing. Target temperature for this is 375 degrees to get the plastic that hot. I had the idea that this laser thermometer would be a perfect way to check out the temperature, and yeah, the readings are consistent. It's heating up, and it seems like it's gonna happen. Pretty weird. This huge sheet of plastic, as it heats up, is starting to deform. It's getting like all wobbly looking, and just putting a little bit of air pressure in it.
And just strategically putting the air in and heating it up, and I walk up out of coming from a project that I was on, and I said, Ian, crank it up, let's take it to the limit.
Yes, Captain. Taking it to the limit,
Take it all
as
the way.
requested. That didn't work. Shut her down. I turned my head for a second, and it was like, what was that?
Within 2 minutes, the thing started tweaking and blowing, and I could see the look on Ian's face like, what the hell did you make me do now?
Shut everything off. It's gonna melt the plastic real bad. I quick turn around, peeking in the hole. I can't even see what's going on. I'm seeing sheet metal. I don't know what's going on because the whole thing appears to have collapsed. The whole thing's collapsing. I don't know what to do. I stuck my arm back in the oven to hold the thing up and kind of get a look, and it's just destroyed. We gotta lift the lid up and see what went wrong. It looks like the metal and everything tore right out of the roof of the box. It tore off the lid.
So we actually damaged and warped the first mold. I said, you know, just crank the pressure on, and that was the wrong thing to do, but hey, it's a good story.
This thing was twice as big before this broke. So what happened was he lost air pressure and it shrunk. What a bummer. To most people, this thing looks like an utter failure. I'm gonna work through it. This directly relates to my process because I don't know what I'm working with. Most of the time, I don't know where I'm going. So this is where it failed. It ripped off of the backer board. You can see it's all jacked up on one side. But what this does is it proves that the theory works. This whole process is pretty mysterious. The only guy I can think of to talk to about it is Gene Winfield. One tip that Gene gave me, which I have seen, is keep the temperature even. You know, be really careful about how this thing heats up, because if you get a hot spot, it's gonna deform. So I guess it's keep the air pressure low, keep the temperature up,
Yep.
and just
And put
be cool with it,
put your
right?
manila folder in there so it doesn't hit directly on the hot plexi. I use a manila folder and I cut it into kind of a diamond or star shape and staple it down so when the air hits it, it distributes the air evenly in all directions.
Everything I've done was really by the seat of my pants. But after talking with Gene, he gave me a few tips, and he's been successful time and again, so this makes me think I can get this. When I saw you with the bubble top, it's like, I've been thinking about this since I was 15 years old. And it's like, that's how
I
you
can
do it.
do that.
Right, it's like, this is like, you know, no vacuum machine, no nothing.
Right. I think that Ian's a real good craftsman. He's up and coming, and he's going to do a fabulous job. And I think he's going to go back and rework that bubble and redo it again, and it'll come out fine for that T-bird. Shouldn't be a problem.
Unbeknownst to me, the car is painted. This T-bird is really like an evolving piece for him, and he's finished it to a certain degree. I think he's just trying to get the final exterior look. I think if I just put a bubble top on it, this sucker's finished. My plan is working. The slow heat, the low pressure, it's not over 3 PSI at any point. It's very low air pressure, and the thing is taking a great shape. It's the best one yet. There's none of that weird deformity like we had on the first try. Thing looks freaking smooth, man. It's nice. Lifting the lid up, this is a home run. It looks like magic. It's better than I hoped. Look at the radius on the front of this, man. It stood up really good. My whole life has led up to this, my entire career. Look at the freaking front, dude. It's like, bing. We set it on the car, and the contour, front to back, it's a part of the car already. I think that's the top. I think that's the right bubble for this car. That's perfect. It's perfect. This thing's on the car for 15 minutes. Everybody's praising it, you know, wow, yeah, that was a great experience. Victor wants to go bigger. He wants something better than this.
When I seen it come out, I said we achieved our goal. And if we were normal people, we would say, all right, let's get the hell out of here. We're done, but we're not.
Technically, bigger means more heat, more air pressure, a little more time in the oven. And we've already proven that that amounts to disaster. But Victor wants more. We were really successful with this last dome we inflated. The proportions are dead on. Talking with Victor, he wants to max it out. That's how he rolls. We're gonna just push it hotter than ever and more pressure than ever. We're gonna get the biggest shape we can out of the box that we have. I'm following the same procedure as the other times. This time though, I'm gonna let it cook a lot longer. The way this one's coming together, this one seems to be coming out the smoothest of all of them. I just don't want to get it too close to the flame because that's certain death. It's still pretty nerve-wracking. There's uncharted territory. How hot can you go? How much pressure can you put in? We'll see how hot it gets. This bubble is enormous. It's getting so close to the barbecue grills. My plan is to turn off the heat and then hit the air. That way there's no flame. It's just hot air. Houston, we have a problem. All right, let's try to cool it. I think we could save it, but it's definitely giving out. See the edge is all warped out? Yeah, we got trouble. Fudge. I didn't realize how much force such a low pressure of air could exert. It's really crazy how steel and wood are deforming under the air pressure. I don't know how this is gonna work out. It's on the flange, which is kind of a bummer, so the flange will have a little warp in it. Similar to the first failure, just not as drastic. Well, we just gotta cool it off, so I raise the lid and let some air circulate. I'm just holding it at 3 PSI. Raising up the chain hoist, and the thing looks sweet. It's enormous. Better than I hoped. I think it's over 2 feet tall. That's real good. It's quite a dome we've got there. You can see here, there's a little wackiness, but all in all, I think it's usable. It's pretty substantial. 22 inches. The other one was just under 16, so that's a pretty significant increase. So we're putting this thing on the car, but it's big. And you stand back and look at the thing. It's for a different car. It's too tall for this one.
When I seen it come out, and I went back to like we could do anything, and we're gonna try to stretch it even further.
So this whole mission of heating and inflating the plastic, that was like a fraction of where we're going with this. We got the bubble top. Now we're gonna build a car that's suitable for it. The whole plan with the shape of this ring is to use the wooden backboard from the original oven. That way I'm sure that the contour matches this plastic bubble. The hardest part about this is gonna be this really tight radius at the front. I think what I'm gonna do is put the tube on the roller and create a gradual arc like it is through here. The thing with the bender is it makes perfect circles. This is kind of an ellipse, sort of like a spiral. So I'm gonna have to take that circular shape and tweak it. It's got a couple different radiuses in it. I'm gonna have to put the saw to use. I'm gonna have to just slice every inch or so and kind of fold in a tight radius for these corners. So the whole deal here is you can see how it was, but by slicing it, see, it makes a tighter radius. The whole idea is to just keep trimming it to fit. going to TIG weld all of this because it's going to be a lot less finish work. It doesn't have a big built-up bead like the MIG welder, so it takes a little longer, but the finish time will be reduced because you'll see there's going to be a ton of welds on this. See where it's at. It's darn close. I just got to put a piece in. What I'm going to do is sleeve these tubes inside so that it's a very strong join at the front where they come together. And then back here, I'm going to put some kind of a huge support plate that'll match onto that saddle there. Once I put the plastic on here, I'll just go through with a series of holes and put some kind of a rubber grommet. That way the metal is never touching the plastic. It's just suspended in like a rubber bushing. I knew I was gonna hit a wall somewhere in this project. The thing with the motor gear drive, I knew was gonna be a hassle. Yeah, so this motor needs a lot of room. I knew that this motor was gonna be a pretty big setup in the car, so I just cut out a bunch of sheet metal and then I just went in for the simple lift mechanism. This thing is working, you know, it leaves room for development, of course, but hey, look, it's happening, right? It's a little loose, but it's working. The ring that I've created to attach to this monstrosity is a 1 by 2 inch steel rectangular ring. Met them up in the center with about an 8-inch piece. And then here on the back, I threw it on the car and I mated it up to that big heavy saddle piece. This is the part with the pivot. And then I threw some supports along the side of that, and then a couple outriggers so that it's got a little more grab on the tube. The thing weighs about 60 pounds and it's roughly 5 foot wide by 8 foot tall, and I'm hooking it up to an angry motor. Victor and I have done enough projects to know that his cars are gonna get cut up. It's just what happens. I'm just gonna chop a hole in the doors, modify that, set the ring down. You know, it makes it part of the car instead of just stacked on top of it. This whole thing is in its conceptual stage. These bubbles are so delicate, I don't want to ruin one of the keepers. I brought the damaged one to try out. That way, if it fails, no loss. So it's still not perfect, but it's working. As long as it lifts this plastic and spins it, I think we're going to Victor's. On to the finish. Literally, this car lifts up, spins around. It's awesome. You've never seen that before. Probably for a reason. Oh, it spun itself off of that block. It's kind of half carnival ride, half Thunderbird. I got it working. It's still kind of loose, but it definitely demonstrates Victor's concept perfectly. So it totally works. I'm gonna take it down to Victor and see what he thinks. Okay, I got this car back to Victor's. We'll see what he thinks about it. There's a couple small issues, but all in all, I think we're gonna work through it. It's really tough to say how Victor's gonna respond to this. I know he likes to far out stuff, but I also know he likes to see things delivered properly. I pull in with the trailer and I see Victor. He's not really jumping for joy, let's say that. The car shows up, it's half disassembled, there's a bunch of foam stuck to it.
When I first saw the car, I seen it was in the rough state. I want a system that will open up and rotate and be safe and secure. So that's what we talked about, and that's what I'm hoping to see today.
It's all there, it's proven to work, so that's kind of where we're at. I just need you to make a decision on whether you'd like it to spin or not.
How fast is it going up and how fast is it rotating?
It rotates too fast.
Like how fast is too fast?
Like it wanted to kill somebody. So let me show you the rotation. I'll ask you to stand back when I turn it on.
He put it on and it was rotating like very fast. He almost took off my head a couple times.
But just seeing this wild concept got his brain going in a whole new direction. Accomplishing this bubble top, I think I might have like blew a fuse or something in Victor's psyche, because now he's really going off the deep end. He's talking about some wild concepts, and we're only at the beginning of this next stage. The whole thing is detail. I have to remove this foam in the most precise manner possible. This whole car is conceptual. The ring that holds the bubble was looking good. Victor wanted it lower. All right, so Victor changed his mind a little bit, or Victor changed my mind. It's not gonna spin anymore. It's just gonna be a simple up-down motion. It's way safer. Primary issue is safety. This thing is coming around at a car show and does as it's been doing. It's gonna take somebody's head off. This whole thing I was setting up with the body being raised up and contoured to the ring, he wanted it to be lower. We're gonna cut this whole area out and then lower the ring to the same height as the door. Refitting this metal ring, it's a flat base that the bubble sits on, and the car is a curved surface. So I created this series of steps that allow the ring to fall down into the car and still look like a finished part. Once all these pieces get finished up with the door jambs, and then this whole thing is blended together with fiberglass, it's gonna look really neat. We really refined the way the whole bubble opens. I was trying some crazy stuff with the weight of the car lifting the thing, and it just wasn't safe. We just went to a simple hydraulic ram. It's tried and true, works perfect. He's already got the pump here that used to lift the rear of the car. So we're gonna tap in with another switch. You can see it's big enough for a tractor or a snowplow. It matches the ram that used to actuate the back lid, and they'll both run off the same motor. I spent a couple seconds inside that dome, and it's hot. This thing's a spaceship. There's people inside. There needs to be a way for air to get in and out. I made these vents in the front of the car. Victor loved them. He came up with this concept. He wants some more vents towards the rear. So my challenge is to match them, complement the front with the back. I think I like this idea. The car is so flat that by putting these vents in, it's pretty cool. It kind of lends itself to the louvering thing in the 50s, but this is like new, old, space-age stuff. All these vents work. It looks cool, but it's gonna keep you alive in there. Otherwise, you're gonna cook. So this is just a piece of sheet metal, a couple pieces of 55-gallon drum, an old brake line. I pretty much nailed this whole heat and inflate of the acrylic domes. The big challenge here was fitting it up in the curved base plate prior to anything. Usually I would make a wood retaining ring like with the other setups, but the wood wouldn't bend to this drastic curve. So I heated up a piece of acrylic and just let it sag down, and that became the retaining ring. So what the paper does, you can see the holes I punched here. The air comes in, you see the hot air blast, and it just diffuses and gently fills the thing up with air. So it's a gasket. Pretty slick. These two got overheated, but it's still the center that I'm looking for. So I'm gonna cut this center out and I'll put it in the car and you'll get a look at it. By building this cool metal backboard, it puts an S-curve in the base of the bubble and it makes a perfect transition from the horizontal dashboard down into the center console. So this is like your center console here. And then to get to the switches and stuff on the gauge, this will lift just like the roof on some kind of a air ram. And then you can turn on your lights and all the other stuff. So it's just like dimensional plastic shapes. You know, you got 1, 2, and then 3. It's gonna be like a real fishbowl in here. This whole thing is really my greatest achievement. It's something I've thought on for years, and here it is. This is a perfect curved base bubble that is gonna be the centerpiece for the whole car. The whole concept of the interior, especially the look of the dashboard, is just like alien technology. It's gotta look kind of spacey, kind of organic, and I think fiberglass is the only way we're gonna get that really curved compound surface. I have very limited fiberglass experience. I was able to lay up a ring on the bubble for the roof, and so far so good. We created a ring that lifts off that will hide all the screws. That way the bodywork comes right in and it looks like a headlight bezel. It's a nice, clean, simple ring. So you can see here, you got your steel frame. You'll have your fasteners with rubber rings to hold it down. And then this nice, clean ring will snap on top and it'll be perfectly smooth. It's fiberglass with a Bondo cap. I got the foil in place. It was pretty simple to set up. The next step is to trim out the fiberglass and mix the resin. So, we'll lay a little of that in there. This next part's like making a lasagna. You just throw your noodles in there. Toxic lasagna. The whole process with the fiberglass is to mix up the resin properly, cut your mat to size, and you basically just soak it, screed off the excess liquid, and then put it in place. The idea with using the fiberglass on the inside is that it will give us a really organic, multi-dimensional finish that we can paint. That way the outside of the car wraps over the top and comes right in. I really like the idea of doing more fiberglass work. Way faster than metal, and it's lightweight. The whole thing with fiberglass is it's fast. It's a little stinky, but if you were to create these compound curves in steel or aluminum, you'd be at it a lot longer than the 20 minutes I've invested so far. The whole thing with fiberglass and the rate at which you work really is determined by how much catalyst you use and the temperature. It kicks off from a chemical reaction, and the hotter it is, the faster it goes. So it's a little chilly today, but my laser, I will activate the catalyst and be on to the next step. Fiberglass finally kicked off. It's nice and solid, so the next step is to pull the whole piece and then take out the excess tape, aluminum foil, whatever you don't want. Aha! Pretty sneaky, sis. I pulled it off the dashboard, and it looks like it's a piece that will fit on and off as many times as you need. So I'll let it cure up like that. Then once it's fully hardened, I can sand back the edges, glue her in place. Last step in this preparation is to just bulk it up a little bit with some Bondo. Fiberglass is good and strong, but there's some surface imperfections that I don't really want to sand out because that would make it a little weaker. So I'm gonna build up the surface with some Bondo while the resin's still fresh. That way the initial block sanding of the whole piece will really cut back the Bondo instead of the structure of the fiberglass. And the cool factor is the Bondo and the fiberglass are friends. They just bond to each other like the same chemical compound. The whole thing with the original concept of the dashboard was more of a waterfall effect, a typical Art Deco element. I came up with this thing with a center rib, and it's still that flavor, and the sky's the limit at this point. This is where the sculpturing starts. It remains to be seen what Victor thinks of this design. He explained something that was exactly the opposite of what I've accomplished. So we'll see what he says. I have two concaved panels meeting at a rib. He wanted two convex panels, more like a waterfall. Create two puffed shapes, almost like a tuck and roll upholstery job. It could still be done because now we have a structure to work off of. But this might be good enough for him. I really like this look. Just as the dashboard's getting solidified, Victor came in and loved it. Fortunately, I did the right thing. The whole idea with the way Victor and I work is just creative collaboration. You know, it's just conceptualizing, and then it's my gig. I make it happen. One of the big challenges in this car design is skirting the front tires. We had to bulge the side panels so the thing would steer. All that matters with this project is the end result. I mean, once you pull the bubble out of the oven and see this apparatus attached to it, you know it's pretty intense. Everything looks great. It's back into shape. The whole idea is to just cool it off, raise it up out of the box, and unclamp this beast. I took this 1/2-inch MDF board and created a series of templates off of the bubble Victor liked most. I spaced them out 8 inches apart, made a whole bunch of support to withstand the pressure of this bubble pushing against it, and fastened it to the backboard. Good. Getting the buck off of this thing really revealed that it was a successful idea. This was uncharted territory, and the result was ideal. That's pretty crazy. But the real tell is going to be how it fits on the car. That's what this is all about. So we cut it out, brought it over to the car, and then, yeah, that was what we were looking for. It's freaking awesome. Look at it from this angle, man. This is freaking ridiculous. With the lights coming through, bend down and look through.
Yeah, and then look what it shows, the other bubbles in there. Bubbles in the bubbles. That's impressive.
The whole idea with these ribs in the roof was that it was going to diffuse light. It was going to look like multiple layers of plastic, and we nailed it. When you look through, you see all these ridges, there's a million reflections, there's the interior bubbles, it's just out of this world. Victor's in love with this thing. I think he was just like gambling, you know, with this last-ditch effort to pull something off, and he won.
I've never seen anybody do that before.
The creative process on getting this bubble top done is there, but this is the whole car. Victor wants to set up the interior on this car to be just out of control, something no one's ever seen before. It's basically a blank canvas and anything goes. My whole task here is creative metalwork and mad scientist inspiration. He's got pro body guy on the job, he's got a pro interior dude, and he's got a mechanic. I finish my work on Victor's vehicles, and I don't see him for months. I come back and like there's these amazing paint jobs, incredible interiors, and I've actually never met the people he works with until now. Victor's interior guy is here. I don't know where he learned his craft, but he is like top notch.
This is my upholstery guy, Lino, which is fanatical about inches, and this car was hand built. And nothing is precise, it's close. And we're trying to just figure out the details on filling in gaps where we didn't anticipate, you know, area that needs to be filled in or something added to it. You give him an idea, and if it's not right or flows, he'll make it flow and tie into the concept of what we're trying to achieve. He won't do it unless we could do it right.
I meet the guy, and it turns out he's deaf. And Victor's like moving around, flailing his hands, this and that. And it's really how they hash out these ideas. It's pretty crazy. There's like no verbal communication. And the results are outstanding.
Right here is gonna go rubber. I gotta. Yeah, no. We got. He's saying here, he told the guy to put steel in here and to clean up this edge. But I told him I got a rubber grommet gonna cover all this stuff, and he says no. I understand what he's telling me. Same with he looks at me, and you know what? I move my hands, and I'm a hand talker, if you could see, and we could communicate perfectly. He understands what our goal is to make an awesome vehicle that we could share with everybody. The diamond. Oh, he wants to put diamonds in there. Let's see.
I think he's caught the crazy too, man. Now he's getting out of control.
Yeah.
He was Mr. Conservative at first.
No, he's like.
Now he's fallen under the spell.
This here, I had to take my old lady's jewelry apart, but she won't figure that out in a while.
The whole concept with the center console is to move air through the cabin. And Victor comes up with these crazy ideas. He's got all these clear crystals. He's got LED lights. He's talking about making it look like this is like the main power source for the entire car. It's crystal-powered spaceship.
There's 100 different variations. But you see how this is in the day, people. Here, let me adjust that. Here we go. You see, there's another one. Or maybe you want that, or maybe you want this. Or maybe we'll do that. That's pretty cool there, yeah.
I mean, it's getting like out of control.
And we'll do it subtle. I'm a subtle guy, if you could tell by my car. Every time I look at it, I envision things. And my vision comes from just looking and expressing, this is the way I feel. You know what, I may be an old man on the outside, but inside I have a vision and I'm cool. And this is the way I release my inner vision of what I think of cars.
I've seen what this guy's done on the other interiors, and they've all been fairly conservative. His workmanship is out of this world. There's no limits on this interior, so I can't wait to see what he comes up with.
We're gonna finish up the interior, then we're just gonna get the car wrapped, and just the final detail of just wiring it up, and we're done. We're so close.
I let Victor take the reins in the last step of this project. I came in today, and the thing is freaking unbelievable. This car has been in the works for a long time. It is a concept car. It's gone through so many phases of development, and now to have it finally wrapped, I'm stoked.
The car came out amazingly, beyond my expectation. On the bubble top, the interior, this is a total custom build. The
bubble top is next level.
The car is, like I said, a piece of art. I mean, the car is a masterpiece.
I saw Victor pull in the driveway with this thing. I was like, get out of the way, mister. I want this car.
Well, Ian, when he came in and seen it, all of the ideas all came together, and he was impressed.
The thing drives up and it looks like a spaceship. I wish it didn't have tires. You open the bubble top and the interior is just going off. There's all kinds of crazy stuff going on in there.
I'm ecstatic, he's ecstatic with it. Everything flows just perfect. At the end, I got my interior guy, Lino, and he was saying, you know what, enhance the bubble by putting chrome around the bubble and putting chrome on all the ribs.
They're perfect. They really highlight the ridges in the bubble. Victor wanted some kind of a crazy alien-inspired paint job.
I seen a car going down the street with a wrap on it. And of course, me, I got the most crazy, elaborate wrap. It almost looked like a reptile.
He had these guys come in and wrap it, and it looked reptilian.
On paper, it looked brown. As we put it on, it was orange. And actually, I had a couple nights of lost sleep because I really, hated it. I called Ian, I said, Ian, come look at that, man. I'm really not happy with it.
And I knew we had to do something. This car was going downhill.
And he said, look, I painted over it. I said, paint it over it. And we painted over this wrap, and it came out freaking amazing.
Fortunately, we were able to pull it back, toned it down with a brown candy, and it's on. It looks like some kind of a fantasy lace pattern beneath the clear coat. This clear coat with the candy in it saved the project. That, to me, is the spice of life. I don't want things to go smoothly. I want to hit walls. I want to run through dead ends and recover from it. This is a perfect example.
Ian is so resourceful. Maybe 90% of everything that's on this car that you see in the interior and exterior, besides the actual car, was stuff we made work. From the hydraulic system, from the parts, from the back bumper to the instrument panel. And if he doesn't have the part, he'll come up with something else. He'll walk around the junkyard and find something and put it in there, and it works better and at zero cost.
Since I'm 15 years old, it's been car after car after car. That's just what I do. I can't stop. All of the projects I've done so far have really just expanded my skill level, my creativity, and just the idea of what's possible. So whatever's coming up next is gonna be big. I get over to Victor's and he's got the whole T-bird torn apart. It's taken back down to primer, and it's like Groundhog Day. It's like I'm revisiting ground we've already covered.
Just like all my projects, I'm my worst critic. I mean, everyone thinks it's done, and I'll say it's done, but in my mind, what if? So there was a lot of what ifs on this car. My idea was lower in the front, bigger bubbles in the back.
We got the classic setup. We got the barbecue grills, we got the wooden buck, and we got the box set up, just like we did the other bubbles. We're gonna blow one more bubble and try to refine it just a bit more. Practice leads to perfection. So we kind of revisited all our issues with the earlier model and stepped it up big time. Way more structure, new wood, stainless steel. Victor's bringing in his backhoe this time. You can see his game is in serious mode. None of these flimsy contraptions to lift the unit, full hydraulic power. It's on. At this point, all the preparation is prepared. Nothing to it but to do it. Light this thing and let's get it on. It's really hard to compare this to anything else. It really is more a leap of faith than any other contrived recipe. I know the scenario that goes on. You heat the plastic up and you get a shape, but none of them have come out the same, so I don't know how to dial this process in. I just know we get some kind of result every time. All right, everything's on low, box is shut. Well, we got kind of a weird issue. Look how wrinkled up it's getting. You know, we rebuilt all this and insulated it so good. It's on low and we're already at target temperature after 15 minutes.
He's got his little heat measuring mechanism or device, you know, going all around. He goes, oh man, this thing's heating up too fast.
This is where the alarm bells start to go off. When you change one thing, you change everything. We refined the whole unit and now all the calibration is off. We're at 330. Sides though, where we really want it to come up are only at 320. The center of it's definitely hot, but the sides aren't. Well, we're not getting consistent heat. The back is 20 degrees cooler than the front. We're just having inconsistent heating issues here. You know, one minute I feel like we're winning, the next minute we're failing. I'm adjusting the grills. I'm trying to adapt to the current conditions. Bottom line is the plastic is heated up. We got to do it right now. We got one last shot at this, so it has to be right. It seems to be doing what we want. All we got to do now is pull it out and see. Oh!
Captain, did we get it?
We maximized our potential. Just leaving it up here for a few. I'm gonna let this thing cool down.
It's good. It just the top bubble needs to go in just a little.
You want it to be a little bit smaller?
Yeah, a little bit smaller on the top bubble.
Everything looks good. Victor is looking it over. He wants the front of the bubble to be a little bit smaller, so I gotta let some air out of it.
Yeah, I think it's about there.
We pull it out of the oven, and in looking it over as time passes, it's deflated. We lost all that definition, man. Let's try to blow it up again. It all went away. I took a shot, tried to add more air to it, but it's already hardened. It's not blowing back up. Ah, man, we didn't get it. It's off the buck. There's no more shape in the back. I think it's a loss. It's cooling off at a rapid rate. Last-ditch effort. The only thing I can come up with is put it back in the oven. Try to reheat it. Try to save it.
Ian said, turn the barbecue grills back on. We're gonna reheat this thing and inflate it again.
I know this is our last try at this. It's our last sheet of acrylic. I'm not giving up. We gotta get this. Victor's a great client because at times like this, he keeps his head together. Somebody might fall apart in a crisis situation. This is how he rolls.
I'm that guy that just thinks these crazy things up in hope they work. I mean, I'm even crossing my fingers now. Where we're gonna end up, nobody knows.
I think Victor's kind of an adrenaline junkie. He just likes to go for it. I'm running around trying to get this thing heated evenly and then slowly let the air in. It looks like it's working. Seems to be doing just what it did before. It's taking its shape again. It's a good sign. Just gonna let it cool like this and not take the air off until it's solid. I am totally lucky that this thing reinflated. Completely dodged a bullet. It was a total fail. Looks like it's gonna recover.
And I'm glad that we did what we did because originally the front bubble was too big. It was gonna look like a baseball cap. And it did deflate probably 2 or 3 inches.
Way better, yeah. Victor and I are walking around looking at it, and it seems like we got what we needed, but you never know till it's out of the box and right side up. Victor's got his measuring tape, getting all science on it. I'm not gonna be convinced till we see it on the car.
It's like, what the hell is that? Hey, it's some kind of cocoon alien being coming down to Earth to visit Trump.
Just like with the setup, there's a lot of tear down. Now let the thing cool, unbolt it, unscrew it from the backboard, trim it out before you could even see it in place.
This is it.
It's our last chance.
It's this or nothing. We go and put it on top of the car. No one says nothing. It's like I didn't want to look at him. He didn't want to look at me.
This is a really crazy shape. Bringing it in next to the car, checking it out. It's definitely wild. I just don't know if we need it that wild. Firstly, we're trying to create this unique shape that no one's ever done. And secondly, we're trying to make the car look better for it. So it's kind of a twofold approach.
The ribs I love, but to me, the car's got a flow. The back flows, it's a little high on the front.
I'm not sure it's working.
And I said, Ian, you achieved what I wanted you to achieve, but it doesn't go into proportion with the car. It's flowing in the back. To me, this should be coming from this point. Just because Ian wanted a bubble and a bubble and a bubble and a bubble,
I couldn't live without
he
it.
gave me all these bubbles, and I'm like, no, I don't know. I have one too many bubbles.
Sometimes bigger isn't always better. I mean, it's an amazing plastic sculpture for sure, but it sort of dwarfs the proportions of the vehicle itself. I got an idea that just might remedy the situation.
Whenever he says he has an idea, I don't know what to expect, but I almost know it's a solution.
Sometimes you gotta take things to the extreme to realize it may not be better. The whole grass is greener on the other side scenario sometimes doesn't stand up. Got me thinking about one of the earlier ones we made. The second bubble we blew was actually really nice. It was almost like a chop top. It was pretty low, super streamlined, just a perfect shape.
Ian said, hey, remember the second bubble we did like a while back? I said, yeah. And luckily, I don't want to say hoarder, but I don't get rid of nada.
I told Victor about my idea to use that bubble, and he ran with it.
Now that we got this old bubble, it has a different flavor. Now it even goes more into the spaceship looking kind of deal. So I'm thinking, hey, I'm gonna redo the paint. I call my airbrush guy, you know, the wrap guy. I'm gonna change this thing all up.
Victor had some really cool paint ideas, and that just set it off.
I'm really looking forward to taking this thing to the Roadster Show just to show off the design that we did on this car, just out of this world.
Finally got this car finished. The reason we decided to go with the smaller bubble is it just looked more streamlined. We made all those crazy accomplishments with the ridges and everything else, and in the end, we just felt like maybe that showed the car off better. It's got a really slick, low, streamlined look. The show just opened. We got loaded in. People are on their way. I'm interested to see what the response is. The cool thing about this car show is everybody's here. A lot of old friends. Rich Evans, Gene Winfield, all the folks from the magazines, a lot of folks that watch the TV show. My friend Bill's even here. He's a client I'd worked with on a few projects in the past. He's checking out the bubble top and he's all questions.
This looks different than when I saw it.
Yeah, he keeps changing it. The main thing people are asking besides what is it is why the heck does it look so different from the prior build on the TV show? The answer is Victor. He's always changing his mind.
Hey, I mean, you deserve that, the effort. I mean, you built this thing, what?
4 times.
4 times, well, let me see, 1, 2, yeah, only 4 times.
Right. I really am breathing a sigh of relief for Victor because this is like his payoff. You know, he's all about showing his work. Finally, we get some kind of end to this quest and he gets a trophy out of it.
Thanks for all that help, man. Look at what
It's freaking great.
we did. You building it,
place.
me with a little bit of input.
Yeah, the thing you have is the tenacity, man. You just keep freaking doing it, you know? When I'm done with a car, I walk away from it. You just keep hammering it on this thing. Now that the car's outside, standing back and looking at it, this top was the right call. That's the thing, it didn't need all those ridges, man. This side profile with the way the windshield area comes in and then it flows right out the back. This is the right call, man.
She looks like she's going at a standstill.
And these stainless trims, this is the call. That seals the deal that there was never any doors on the car, man. Looks great. Hopefully we don't see this car a different color tomorrow.
Not for at least 6 months, I promise you.
That's the big thing about car shows. You get all charged up. You see everybody throwing their ideas out on display, and it just gets me thinking about the next project. I want to get something going to top everything we've done ever for the next stuff. I mean, this car is pretty far out there, man. How are we going to top it?
Well, Ian, we got this far. You won first play. All the little stuff we changed on it through its evolution. Now what?